Hey, Schlimpy here, and welcome to episode 14 of All the Mons. I wasn't planning on recording, but I was floating around my world and I saw this Zorla raid den. I was just trying to get things set up for my next automation task that I wanted to do in this episode, and I could not resist taking on this Zorla. It's a really cool Pokemon. I don't know a lot of newer gen Pokemon, but this is one of my favorites. So we're going to give it a try. Zorla is a dark type, so I think we're going to give Monferno a crack at it, as I believe dark is weak to fighting. Let's see if we've got any good fighting moves since we've evolved Monferno. And yeah, we got a couple more. I don't know what Power Up Punch does. Is it hitting the target raises the attack stat? That's pretty good. That is close combat. This also lowers the user's defense and special defense. I don't know if I want to try that. I will try out this Power Up Punch though, and I don't remember what attack I had there. The Flame Wheel is 60. We'll replace that with Flamethrower. And we could use a dark move just for a fill move, but we can figure that out later. I will keep Fury Swipes, I guess, for the normal coverage. All right, Zorua, you're on. Right, there we go. Back up a little bit. It sucks that you have to kind of engage these guys from so close up. Maybe you can do it from further, and I just haven't tried. I'm hoping this is going to go well here. And just like that, we've got ourselves a Zorua. I hope I brought Pokeballs with me. I sure did. Let's put you in a regular Pokeball. It's always nice to mix up the Pokeballs that you use in this mod, especially because it shows it on the side and you're always like aware of what it is. And how are your IVs looking? Oh, wow, that's not terrible. Could use some improving. Let's take a look at what we got in our raid pouch. The level 3s seem to be a little bit better. Clever Mochi. Hey, that raises EVs. Is that craftable? That is craftable. Huh. That isn't bad, but the potions we've got back here are much better. Like I said, though, I wasn't ready to start recording yet. I kind of want to set up my plan for what I want to do in this space here behind me. I'm going to do that real quick, and I'll meet back up with you guys when we're done there. The next item on the automation dock is a doozy. It's going to take quite a bit of time and effort to get set up, I think, but on the bright side, the amount of items, or I guess the number of unique items that we need to do this, isn't too bad. We're going to need a lot of these campfire pots, and that's going to require a lot of copper, which I thought I had more of. I definitely do. 471,000 ore if we really need it. But for now, I'm just going to do that. And we need to make a whole bunch of these. I'm just going to make a few stacks. You know what? I want some black ones too. Let's do that real quick. Black corn. Make a stack of those. And for each one of these, we're going to need a fire pit, I think it's called. Fire pit. Yeah. Campfire. Sure. I was pretty close, right? We have better logs than that. Log. Spruce, we'll use that. I don't want to use up the mangrove. I'm going to just make 3 for now because I don't know if I'm going to use all of the ones that I cooked. If you haven't guessed what we're making, we're going to be making XP candies. And we're going to be making the highest tier of them. So we look through the recipes here. The XL takes 1 L. The L takes 3, or sorry, XL takes 3 L. L takes 3 M. And so on and so forth. And this one actually takes 6. It kind of messes with the ratios and significantly increases our, I can't speak right now. I'm just going to start doing and I'll show you what I mean. For that though, we also need a bunch of ME stock export buses. We're going to have to use a lot of channels for this one. So the way these campfires work, if you export into them with an export bus, just a regular one, it's going to put it in the nearest available slot. We don't want that. We only want to fill up the first 6 slots or the first 3 slots for these recipes. We can do that with the stock export bus. This will allow us to export into an inventory a specific number of items, and that is what will allow us to keep the shaped recipes that work for these candies in the campfire pots. I'll show you what I mean when I get these set up in just a second. One other thing that we're going to need is some more of these RF tools crafters. I'm just going to need, I think, 2 of them. I can't believe that. I don't think I've ever seen an evolution spawn like that. And we are, what the 53? Good thing we've got EVs already, because I don't know if we're catching this, but I'm going to try. What are the cards? There is no way we're taking this thing in battle. Ah, do I even try? No. No, you're free to go. One other thing that I'm going to do real quick before we get fully started is I'm going to take 3 of these away because there's just no way we're using all of the power these are producing up here. Oop, I do need that connected though. Or do I? I don't know. I kind of messed up. I am not putting enough power into this because I'm reworking the electrical system. But one nice thing about using chests instead of the actual storage drives is I can just look for my pipes in here. And if I happen to not have any pipes, I can grab the items out to craft them. I knew I was going to need a lot more power because I'm setting up a few more of the wireless connectors. So I went ahead and preemptively solved the problem that that was going to create. We should now be producing quite a bit more power, and we're only using 3.8K, and we're producing like 14K, I think is right, maybe 13K. So that'll give us a bit more of a buffer. And now I need to start linking these up so I can show you what I'm doing. There is always a side quest, am I right? So the first thing I need to do is set up my RF tools crafters. I'm just going to put those, let's say, I guess I can just put them right here and here. We need to set up some export buses on them as well. We got regular export buses. First one we're going to export, I forgot to grab the essences, skulk essence. And then we need honey essence as well. And that's why I planted 3 of each of these seeds, because we're going to need a lot of this stuff. We'll set those in there, in there. And the first recipe we want to set is like so, I believe. Apply. And realistically, we don't need to do anything with remembering the inventory because these are the only items that we're going to be using for this. And with this one, I think this one is a circle. Let me see. No, it's also just a straight line, so good returns on this essence. Oh, I did it again. I need to select this and apply. Now we need to get some power for these things. For the power, I'm just using one of our flux points. We're not really producing very much power. You know, I just realized that the power that we stole from, which isn't really a lot, it might be a little more than I thought it was, but we stole from the power over there. So I think I'm going to have to make more of those emerald generators. I do have a method of duplicating the skulk thingies now, the crystals that I can't remember the name of. So if we have to do that, that's okay. That's enough beating around the bush with side quests, though. Now I've got all of my cook pots set up here. Well, not all of them, but the first set of them anyways. The first thing that we need to do with the cook pots is we need to set our ME stock export buses to 64 of each skulk and honeycombs. And that will make sure that there's only 64 skulk and only 64 honeycombs in the devices they're exporting to. It's going to take a while to set up, but it'll ensure that the recipe stays shaped and is always working. I'm going to do that real quick, and then I'll show you the next part. Now, I should be able to set an export bus on this chest here, and this is where we're outputting the skulk and honey. And I want to make sure that this can only store skulk and honey so that we don't fill up with other stuff on accident. And that connects that to our network. And this is using 32 channels here, so I'm going to use up an entire dense cable just connecting this all up back here. Hopefully that all works. And these should all fill up super quick like. Can this thing only carry 16 channels? Oh no. I see what I've done. That is kind of a mess up there. I'm gonna have to fix that. So I'm trying to get 16 channels through one pipe that can only do 8 channels. So I need to use, probably the best way to do this is to stick a cable anchor in between these. We're going to have to connect them probably from the top. I can do something like this and this. That looks a little less clean, but that's okay. Now we've got 29 channels. That can't be right. Now what have I done wrong? These are all connected. There's 8 right there. 8 there. 8 here and 8 here. You're not connected and you're not connected. Why is that? Device missing channel. Oh. I wonder if the wireless connector can only do 32 total channels. Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna have to change this up again. The bright side being that looks a lot better than it did snaking over from there, and we can use the rest of the channels on this one, and if we run out on this one, there are still some we can use over here, I think. So these are all now getting the ingredients they need, and they're probably going to fill up pretty slowly, but the worst part is I got to seal them all so they start cooking. I've got all the pots sealed. Unfortunately, this thing doesn't seem to work. I might have to figure out what mod it is I see people using that lets them mute specific sounds, because I don't want to have to listen to this, and I don't want you guys to have to listen to it. But for now, I think I'm going to deal. I've now got the outputs hooked up with these regular old item pipes. Thankfully, we don't have to use any more AE channels to do that. And we've already got 1,000 extra small candy. Need to add that to the storage bus. Then we need to set up the next set of these to condense them down into the larger candies. Thankfully, it's a 1:6 ratio. So we're going to need a lot less of these. So for the second set, I'm only going to do 6 of them. There are 32 for the first set, and 32 divided by 6 is 5.3. So I'll round up and just do 6 of them to make sure we don't bottleneck here. And for the filtering, I need to middle click this, and we're going to do 384. That is 6 times 64, and that'll make sure that the first 6 slots get filled up. So I'm just going to copy that number to make my life easier and set all of these to that. And if that doesn't make sense, I'll show you what I mean in a sec. You'll see this cooking pot has now filled up, or campfire pot, I guess I'll call it. And it's no longer exporting into these bottom slots. If I take these out, it's only going to export into the first 3 slots, because thankfully it goes left to right, top to bottom. And that allows us to make sure that the recipe stays correct. Now we can seal these up and they'll start making the next set. And going to the next one, technically I only need 2 of these, since this is now a 2-to-1 ratio with 6 of these. We should only need, where's the recipe? 2, because it only takes 3 to make this. Hopefully that math makes sense. But I'm going to set this up to do 192, I think, is 3 stacks. And that will start exporting those into there. Now we've got ourselves automated all the way up to experience candy M. And we just need to do the same song and dance for the L and XL candies. And for those, I'm going to use the black pots just to kind of differentiate it. And, I don't know, be unique. I'm going to do 2 for the large, again, so we don't bottleneck. We technically only need 1. Then I'll do 1 for the extra large. And I need to set up... Oh, we've used all of our small candy. Okay, though. I need to set up the export for the mediums so we can actually start getting those. Which is right here. Might be a little hard to reach. I need to disconnect from our thing here and hope I didn't put anything I didn't want in there. That should start seeing the M candies. And I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to set this to 192 so we only get 3 stacks. Set this one to 192 so we only get 3 stacks. And then I need to set this up as a part of our storage bus, and we'll start seeing those come through. Like so. Very nice. It looks like our honeycomb essence is keeping up, and that's going to be our biggest bottleneck for this. So I might be able to double our setup at a later date if we need it. I don't know if we're going to need it though, to be honest. This will kind of passively build up always. This area is chunk loaded. I've got it up to the experience candy M. I just needed to make a few of the larges so that I could pull them into here. Oh, here, sorry. And this also needs to be set to 192. And we need to make sure these are a part of the storage unit. And I'm just going to make one real quick. And that's actually everything. I said this was going to be a doozy, but this went by really quickly. It didn't suck at all, although this one is missing a channel. Did we use all 32? This is 8. Wait, no. It shouldn't be missing a channel. Hang on. Ah, you know what it is? I goofed up and made this row too long. I can't believe I made that same mistake twice in one episode. But there is a simple yet wasteful solution to that. We should now be up to 15. Everybody should have a channel. And that is great. So, I don't know if this one's going to fill up for a while. Eventually, we should backflow, although I do have too many of these, technically. So maybe we won't. Yeah, it looks like the honey is keeping up, and the skulk is definitely keeping up. So if we do decide that we're just not getting enough candy, I can increase the size of our setup. I think for now, this is going to be okay. Once everything kind of gets backlogged and overflowed, because these will eventually get to the point where it's completely full, except this slot, and this slot will always be at 63. And same with this slot. Looks like we're slowly getting there. Just waiting on that to happen. So we've now officially automated EV training. We've completely automated experience, so we don't really have to train our Pokemon at all. Sorry if anybody thinks that's boring. The only thing we're missing is IVs. And the game does have IV candy, although it's kind of a pain to automate. There are some ways that you can populate the specific slots of the campfire pots. I don't think I want to pursue that. I think I have a better idea for how we can get perfect IV Pokemon without having to deal with automating all this and using a bunch of code from, I forget the name of the mod. I've seen it in a few videos where you can code which slot items go into by pumping items. It looks fun to learn. I might try to use it for other things, but I think we can actually use Ditto to get perfect IVs. I am going to wait on setting up a breeding farm. I want to show you some things that I did in between the episodes that I just didn't think was worth showing on camera. I wanted to play a little bit, listen to an audiobook, and not worry about trying to talk about what I was saying. Or that wasn't, you know what I mean? I didn't want to have to do that. But I made a TM machine, and this is storing all of our TMs. It is connected here because these guys make a ton of TMs. So whenever I need TMs, I'll just have to come up and say hi to the fan peas. They're making a ton of items in general. I mean, this thing is awesome. And they also make candy, but we should be pulling that candy out with our automation down there. The essence is going great. I think I told you guys I ended up making a gold essence just because I was too lazy to smelt the gold ore I had. Wow, we're not even pulling this out fast enough. Oh, I wonder where that's being stored at. Because the AE system said we had quite a bit of it left. Or maybe I was lying. We may need more honey seeds. That's going great. I don't think we're even close to making a dent in this. I do think we're going to end up needing another one of these seed setups. I only have 4 or 5 slots left in this one. We used that up a little bit quicker than I thought, so we can fit that right here or here. I want to make my fish tank that I was talking about in the center of our farming area. Another thing that I did between the episodes is I got a little bit further in apothic enchanting. I made the soul touch deep shelf, or deep shelf. And I made the crystalline sea shelves and a couple of these deep shelf of arcane treasures, as well as a B shelf. It's kind of a really simple recipe. There, you just need to enchant the deep shelves, and to do that, you kind of just mess around with the arcana levels and the eternal levels. And that gets our level way higher, which should allow us to, if I can remember what they're called real quick. Echo shards, that's what I was talking about. I think we should be able to duplicate echo shards in here. Or maybe not. We need, requires at least 70, at least 50. What am I doing wrong? I don't have XP, that's what I'm doing wrong. Let's grab all of our levels over here. It's so nice just being able to store my levels and put them away, and oh, this is just so much better. And just like that, we've got 35 echo shards. Now I don't have to worry about those. If we need to make more of our generators, we can do so. That's all I really did in between the episodes, though. I think it's been about 45 minutes, so I want to check on these to see if we got anything cool. I always like seeing red. Red means fire usually. Ah, but it's only Arcanine. That is enough show and tell, though. I want to show you guys a little plan that I cooked up. So Riolu is a friendship evolution, right? Riolu's friendship right now is 147, higher than I thought. I've been letting Riolu follow me around. And I think Riolu evolves at 160 friendship. And I noticed something with the Greppa berries and the zinc, right? This lowers the Pokemon's special defense while raising friendship. This raises the Pokemon's special defense. So if I call out Riolu, raise your special defense, lower it by 10, raise, lower, raise, lower, raise, lower. That should, in theory, get us to where we need to be. It does. Although we don't have the option to evolve. Do I need to get you to full friendship then? The problem with this strat is Riolu can only eat so many berries at a time. I have to wait between berry forcing sessions. I think while I'm waiting for my candy to build up and for Riolu's stomach to get empty again, I'm going to start working on that fish tank that I've been talking about. I changed my mind though. I'm not going to put it in the middle. I'm going to put it on the edge here so I can turn this edge into like a viewing area with glass. And we can kind of just terraform that side of it and have it be a halfway pond, if that makes sense. I'm going to dig out a little terraformed area to see what it looks like. And I'll show you what I come up with. All right, I've got a basic bowl shape here thing dug out. Now I'm just going to terraform up the edges and make it look a little more oceany, I guess. I don't know if ocean's the proper vibe for something in the middle of a mountain, but I grabbed a bunch of these corals and I want to use them. We got my basic shape built out here. I think it looks pretty good. I even added a little cave for the fish to hide in. I don't know if they'll use it or if Minecraft fish are smart enough to know they have a place to hide. Oh, I did grab this. I wanted to make this sand, even though that doesn't make any sense, but it does in my world. So now the fun part that I didn't think of until now, I got to fill it up with water. It's not the world's prettiest pond, but I put some of my coral in there and a bunch of sea pickles to hopefully light it up. I did have to turn off my shaders just to make sure I could see the water flowing, but I think I've got it all set up the way I want it. Now we need to get some inhabitants for this place. For now, I'm just going to put 2 axolotls in there, and I've got some name tags for them as well. I've had only 2 people comment on my videos, which, hey, I'm happy to see anybody commenting at all, and it means a lot to me, so I think I'm going to name the 2 axolotls we got after my 2 first commenters. We got Daryl and Nameless. So this one here will be Daryl. And this one here will be Nameless. And I left a little area up here for them to walk around in. I don't think anything should be able to hurt them, given that we've got the mega torches around here. I'm kind of worried that the water might be flowing downward and causing them to get stuck underwater. These guys don't drown, do they? No, he's going up. I've never actually played with axolotls in vanilla Minecraft, so I have no idea if they have specific needs or how to breed them. I'm pretty sure you can breed them. Although I don't know if Daryl and Nameless would appreciate that. You know what I mean? Sorry. But hey, You like the coral? And I'm kind of terrified that they're gonna just disappear. Seems like every time I try to keep like a pet that isn't a sheep or a chicken, a pig or a cow or something like that, they kind of just disappear on me, but I have faith that these two are gonna stick around. So thanks again, Daryl, and thanks again, Nameless, for watching and commenting on my videos. It means a lot to me, and you guys got to be first. So hopefully if I ever make it big or something, you can say that. And the time we spent building, this did actually fill up to its 63 the way I thought it would. And this one hasn't filled up at all, so I guess I really did only need 2. That's okay, though. Let's see what we're working with. 44 XL candies. It didn't really even take me that long. And I was right. It looks like our bottleneck is going to be honey. So I'm probably going to have to make a few more honey seeds to accommodate the needs over there. Wow, 44 XL candies. That's insane. So I mentioned earlier that I want to use Ditto as a method of getting perfect IV Pokemon. I need to, where'd he go? I need to take note of what the EVs and, or just the IVs for now are. I found these notes that I thought were pretty cool, but this is the IVs of my Ditto. Now, I got these wrong. They're not actually in the correct places, but to be honest, it doesn't really matter. What really matters is these second numbers here are the amount of candies that I would need to make Ditto a perfect IV Pokemon. So total, I'm going to need 118 of these extra large candies so that I can turn those into the IV candies. I'll show you those. Candy. I can turn them into these. And these aren't really too bad to make. I just don't want to automate them. I don't really need to. So if I make enough to get Ditto to perfect IVs, I can then breed Ditto with other Pokemon and cycle them in and out until we've got perfect IVs on the resulting Pokemon, which I think is a little easier. I made a quick change to our potion generating setup over here. I changed these export buses into threshold buses. That way I can keep 1,000 of each essence in the system. So when there are recipes that I need these essences for, I'm not completely out of them as it just kind of pours them in there. Kind of a really nice change. I should probably do that on these over here. Well, I guess I've got these level emitted, so that doesn't matter too much. Why isn't this one level? Oh, probably because I ran out of silicon. Okay, that makes sense. I do plan on setting up automation for all of the essences, but I don't really want to do that in this episode. I think the plan for the rest of this episode is going to be Pokemon training. With that in mind, I'm going to start taking advantage of all of our EV potions that we've been making. And we're going to do Infernape first. So Infernape, I want to be a speed and attack EV dominant Pokemon. So let me just make sure I have the correct ones. I'm scared of doing the wrong ones. I think we need to give 25 of these. And then 25 of these. And that should leave us with like 4 EVs left over. And I'm going to toss that into, let's do HP. And we'll work on the movesets after we get the EVs set up. For Empoleon, we're going to do special attack and speed. Torterra, I want to be kind of my main tank, so I'm going to go with HP and defense for Torterra. And we need to evolve Toxel. I just added Toxel to the team. I think it's going to be a good coverage Pokemon for electric and poison. Let's get ourselves a Toxtricity. Very nice. And just like Empoleon, we're going to do a special attacker and speed. Still haven't quite filled up Riolu's friendship. I do have 3 Poke Treats that we can feed to Riolu. Let's see. Oh, that only does like 10, unfortunately. Now, I can continue to do the berry technique that I've been doing. I don't know if that's going to get us to full quite yet. Grab. So for that, I'm going to need, that is attack. So if you miss this, you can feed them a protein to increase the attack stat, and then a kelpsie berry to decrease it. And the kelpsie berry also increases the friendship. But I think you can only do it 4 times. How far did that get us? Pretty far. Oh, and we can evolve him. Nice. Let's go ahead and do that. Get ourselves a Lucario. That'll get us a metal type. We already have fighting and Infernape, but Lucario is such a cool Pokemon. I want him on the team for now. Or her, I guess, in this case. Hello. Lucario is going to be the same as Infernape. We're going to go speed and attack. And last but not least, we have Dragonair. And for that, we're going to do attack and defense. Oops. Your hitbox is hard to find. I don't have a lot of really great items, but I'm going to give just what I have out to the Pokemon that I have. So we're going to give a Focus Sash, or yeah, Focus Band, sorry, to Lucario. Don't know what I'm going to give Toxtricity yet. For Empoleon, I'm going to use Covert Cloak. And Infernape, I think I'll just give the Charcoal Stick to. And Torterra, I'm going to go with the Expert Belt. We don't have a lot of damage on Torterra, so hopefully that will help out. See if I can find anything these guys have picked up to give to Toxtricity. I think the best thing I got for now is an Electric Gem. Now I need to figure out what moves I want to give to these guys. So let's start with Torterra. Woodhammer, definitely. We want to do Earthquake for sure. Do we have Giga Drain yet? We don't have Giga Drain. I'm going to leave all that, and I think our final move, I'm going to go with Bite. Infernape, I want to keep, I think, Mach Punch on. Let's see. This move always goes first, which is really nice. We don't have a lot of moves on our Pokemon yet, just because they are still kind of a lower level. I think I'll leave Fury Swipes on, even though close combat would be really nice to have. This also lowers. Yeah, let's go close combat. We can put some normal moves maybe on Lucario. Oh, I don't want Charm anymore. Although, man, the options for Empoleon are not looking good. Now, I do need to keep in mind what I gave these guys for EVs. So, Empoleon is a special attacker, which means I want to give them special attacks, which is this blue icon. So Peck really isn't the best move to be using. Although we don't have really any flying type coverage. I didn't realize that Empoleon was metal type, so Lucario is feeling kind of extra useless right now, but I'm going to see if I have any, what's the word I'm looking for? Any TMs or TRs we can give to Empoleon. Unfortunately, there's no really good way to search this by type. So you kind of just have to know the colors of all of these. I'm trying to find, here we go. There's a metal type move that we can potentially use for Empoleon. Let's see. It is a special attack, so we can replace Charm with that, I suppose. Only a 95% accuracy. Yes, for now. I can leave on the Peck. I doubt we'll ever use it, but that's okay. For Toxtricity, I went with Shockwave, Acid Spray, Discharge, and Toxic. Lucario has got Counter, Metal Claw, Reversal, and Life Dew. We don't really have a lot of good moves for Lucario right now, so I figure Life Dew is a good filler move if we need to regen some XP. We also don't really have a lot of good moves for Dragonair at the moment. I've taught it Hyper Beam, Thunder Wave, Dragon Rage, and Twister for now. I think that's a fairly diverse set of moves for our team. So now I want to get out there and take on some of the trainers in the BDSP campaign. One of the best ways we can find trainers instead of having to go out into the wild to find them is the trainer spawner. Need to make some stone bricks real quick for that though. And some stone brick slabs. That way I can make the trainer spawner. And if we look at our trainer card, which I haven't actually used in a while, but if we take a look in here and go to the next trainer we need to battle, it's like that Cedric, and you click the right arrow, it shows Cedric takes an Eye of Ender. If we put an Eye of Ender in the trainer spawner, that will spawn Cedric. So I'm going to grab one of those. And why not place it on our roof? Give ourselves some nice battle ambiance. This is kind of a nice little battle spot and what I planned for. So we can spawn. You're not Cedric, but I can fight you. See how this goes. And we only got 3 Pokemon to fight. I have a feeling we're gonna go through this one pretty quickly. And I don't want these guys sticking around, so we got a trainer trophy for that. I wonder if it actually looks like the trainer. Oh no, it does not. Okay. The next item we're gonna need is a Dawn Stone, and I'm pretty sure we got plenty of those. So let me grab one of them. Oh, Infernape got taken out by the poison. Whoa, 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 whoa. There's an Axew over here. Oh. If you're playing this pack or Cobblemon in general and you have the minimap, you gotta remember to check that thing every once in a while. Because every once in a while you'll get a super rare spawn show up like this. And you don't want to miss it. I'm sure I've missed plenty of them. I'm sure if anybody's watched my map for me, they'll probably miss like Salamence or something crazy at one point. But I haven't seen it. So we're going to have to... This is going to be hard. We might just have to brute force this with Ultra Balls. Yeah. Fell all the way down here. And Torterra went down to the burn. I actually only have 2 Pokemon left, but there is a healing machine right there. So if we have to go out of battle, that's okay. Oh, well, there goes our access to the healing machine. Oh, I have one in my inventory, though. Oh, perfect. Now we got an Axew. Anyways, I was grabbing a Dawnstone. And I'm going to try to take on as many of these trainers as I can to get my level cap up. The campaigns in this are quite long. How close can I... Oh, I need to forfeit. I didn't heal my team. My bad. And yeah, I think we got this one in the bag with Flamethrower. Easy money. And I'll take rest in case our Snorlax doesn't already know that. I think he will, though. Goodbye. The next trainer is going to require a metal coat. I don't know if I have that. I'll check, though. I do happen to have one of them. All right. You know, I haven't ever seen an Onyx in Cobblemon. Like, not once. I'd love to have one, but I have no idea where to find one. I've looked in caves. I would think that would be the main spot to find one. Our team not healed, and the healing machine is not here. Might want to put a healing machine up here and place that up here for our epic battles. Needs 10% more charge to heal your party. I just placed it. Darn. You're telling me I need 0% more charge now? Come on. There we go. Now we can toss the metal coat in here, and I assume that means you're going to be metal type, which I think is weak to fire. I think. I can't remember. All right, Torterra's going to be our starter anyways. I forget what the trainer battles that you have to put whatever Pokemon you want to start with in. Oh, Bronzor's immune. He flies. Away with you. Now, let's check what our next item is going to be. You do have to break the trainer, summoner, spawner, thingy-ma-ding every time you use it. Let's see, we need a zoom lens. I have no idea what that is. We're probably going to have to craft it. Thankfully, the item is super easy to craft, so I'm going to grab that. And hey, boost the holder's accuracy. I could probably give that to someone that I've got like a 95% move on. I wish I knew a way to initiate battle with these guys from further back, but that's okay. Kadabra. Kadabra is a scary Pokemon to go up against, but not as scary as Alakazam. And what does that get our level cap to? 39. We're not much higher. I don't think I'm going to go level them up quite yet. We need a fire charge. That should be easy to craft. I nearly forgot I needed to get rid of you. I got our fire charge though. And my voice just cracked at my age. That is crazy, but hey. Oh, you know what? Let's heal Torterra up real quick. And I think we fought you before, so we're cycling back through the trainers we fought. Nice. I'll take Crunch. I think Crunch is a good move I can give to Torterra, right? How much damage does Crunch do? Crunch is physical. What did we do special attack? Or did we do... We did defense, so it doesn't really matter. And it doesn't look like I actually gave Torterra everything it needs. I need to do that. Thank you for your service. Oh, that's awkward. Next item is going to be an ice stone. We definitely have some of those. Quick update on our candy machine. It did kind of slow down after we went through all of our initial items. I think I said I added some more honey seeds, but it doesn't look like that was enough. We are kind of not really keeping up. I'm gonna have to make another field, probably just for honey and skull. I'm gonna grab a stack of these and turn a lot of them into the larges, and then we can just level everybody up real quick. Like, I think 42 is our max. And on to the next. Ah, there you are. And I'm leading with Infernape now. Hello? Oh, right click, it's not R. Looks like we got another one of these. Now, it might seem like I'm kind of steamrolling through all of these trainers, which I totally am, given that we've EV trained all of our Pokemon, but trust me, it's going to get a lot harder later on. Goodbye. Next up, we need to put a clock in here. I haven't figured out if there is a way to pull the items out of this. I really don't think there is. I think you have to break it every time. And it appears like sometimes it does take a while to spawn the person you need. I think if you hold your trainer card, it can increase the spawn rate. It is a clock, right? Yeah, clock. Oh, there you are. Oh, we're on the boss Cyrus now, though. And another one bites the dust. What do we got next? Wind charge. That might be hard to get. I might have to go look for that person. Thankfully, they spawn in a savanna, which I'm pretty sure we've got right over the corner here. Or right around the corner, over, I don't know. Lickitung, or Licky Lick, whatever that thing's called. Savannah Badlands. River. This just a regular savanna over here. This is also Badlands. I'm gonna fly around until I find what I'm looking for. This isn't exactly what I was looking for, but it is a starter Pokemon. So let's take you on real quick. It wasn't enough. Oh, yeah, it was. Nice. And that's another starter. I think that's a starter, right? I could be wrong. Now, the problem is Infernape is at a really low health. Let's just do that. Probably a waste of our best potion that we carry with us, but that's okay. And we did find a Savannah as well. There's our trainer. Looks like we're still on the Team Galactic grind set. And that's done and dusted. I know I didn't spawn you, but, you know, Team Galactic and all. So what did we get from our raid pouch? Mochi? I did not realize my inventory was full. Next item that we need is a smoke ball, and it's not craftable. I'm probably going to have to go find that person too. Before we do that, though, I put the dome fossil in here. And I think that's, yeah, it's going to get us a Kabuto. And I'll fill that up with another fossil later. I just realized I updated the pack, but I never turned my shaders back on. Every time you update the pack, your shaders tend to get turned off. My bad. The next trainer that we need also spawns over here in the savannah, so I'm heading back over. And it looks like they've already spawned. Oh, is that Mars again? Mars and Jupiter? Is this a double? Oh, it is a double. Okay. I also don't think I healed my team. There we go. We got it done. Let's not talk about how poorly that battle went. I was a little distracted. Looks like we've got about 10 battles left. I think I've decided that I'm going to do like a montage out of it. I haven't really done a montage before, so hopefully it turns out well, but I want to get through the BDSP, and I just realized it spells BDSP here. But I want to get through it so we can continue on with some of the other campaigns. There are quite a few. We got Radical Red, Unbound, content creators, and the All the Mons team to work on yet. So let's just get this out of the way in today's episode, and that way we can raise up our level cap on our Pokemon and not have to worry about it. Where is the way to the top? And then hopefully at the top. Uh-oh. That's not good. Oh, there you are. It's like there's supposed to be a really cool Pokemon up here. And here you are. Now, I want to lead my party with Empoleon. We got to make sure we don't take this guy out. That would be absolutely tragic. It took me way too long to find one of these structures. Come here. We battle. You don't have the Pika Star knowledge from the Johto to fight this Pokemon? Oh, I traveled all this way? Okay. They've changed that since I last played. That is unfortunate. But, now we know. My next plan was to go get Rayquaza, but I'm assuming that I can't fight Rayquaza either. Dang it, I shouldn't have upgraded my pack. All right. I guess we're just gonna have to work on our team a little bit if we want to beat Cynthia. Now, I don't think Dragonair has been very useful, to be honest. So I'm gonna take Dragonair out. Lucario's low defense stat has kind of been a pain in my bum. But I don't know what better I have to replace it with. We've got Infernape, but he's got 0 defense and 0 speed. Is this other Infernape, or not Infernape, but Monferno better? Significantly better. I think I'm going to sub you in. Let me take the charcoal. Like that. And you're going to get put on the bench, buddy. So we'll put you in. And we don't really have any good fairy types to deal with the Lucario and the Garchomp. So I might need to figure out where I can catch a good fairy type. Unless, did we catch a Cleffa at some point? I thought we might have. Ah, we do have Mawile. Think we can take Mawile with us. And maybe this team will work. I'm going to level them up, check out their move sets, and give them some IVs. EVs. I mean EVs. There is one more thing that I want to grab to prepare, whoops, for our battle. And I think I'm going to find that way down underground right about here, next to my compass. And there it is. Another one of these mega meteoroids. I want to mega evolve one of our Pokemon. And you know what? I think I grabbed the wrong one. There are 2 structures you can find. And I think we've already found one of these, so I'm going to have to find the other type. Yeah, so now we have... Wait, you can fortune that? Or did I already grab the one that I had out of my PC? I wonder. I'm going to go ahead and mine everything here, though, real quick. All right, and we have arrived at the next location. Let's dig our way down and hope this is the right one, and it has what we need. There we are. Man, I was looking so hard for this stuff in the beginning. You know, I still have this farm on. I might need to check on that. Let's dig our way in. And I do want to grab all of the Megastone in these. Ah, this is the Keystone ore is what we're looking for. I'm going to grab all of these blocks because it's pretty hard to find. And if I ever decide I want to build out of it, I don't want to have to go find a lot more. And there's also these radiating ones or radiant ones. They're really cool looking. And that leaves us just with the Keystone ore. And I wonder if this can be fortuned. I doubt it. It wouldn't be very useful even if it could be, unless you were playing like multiplayer or something. So let's head back home. Maybe. And let's see if we can't make the things we need. So, oh, you can make a block out of this? That would be a very difficult block to build with. I like the color red, so I'm gonna go with red. We can put this on. And now that we're wearing that, we can mega evolve our Pokemon. And I want to make a Mawile. Mawilite? Mawilite? Sure. And we do have enough for that, so we can hand that right on over to Mawile. I think Mawile is going to carry this fight. And I do need to set up Mawile's moves. I haven't done that yet. Play rough. Fairy Wing. Let's see. Iron Defense might be good. I'm not really big into the Pokemon meta moves and all that. So I'm kind of, ooh, Crunch is really good. Lowers defense. Baton Pass might be nice. User switches place with Pokemon. Very long, any stat changes. That's kind of cool. I'm going to keep that. Now, what EVs do I want to give you? Probably HP and attack, I think. Right? So attack and HP. I haven't even looked at the EVs or IVs. I keep mixing those two up, but I haven't looked yet to see what they are, and I kind of don't want to know. Now, we could make another Megastone because we do have two of those. I don't know among the Pokemon that I have here, does Infernape have one? Infernape? No. I'm going to give leftovers to Infernape, I think. Infernape is a pretty heavy hitter of ours. Actually, no, I'm going to go with Shell Bell. Then we can use that one move that damages him, and then leftovers can go to you. And I want to start out our party with Mawile. And by the way, let's just check out what Mawile looks like. If I remember how to Mega Evolve you. Let me figure that out. Looks like I just need to shift right click and then Mega Evolve. Hopefully this looks pretty cool. And I think we can enter battle while already Mega Evolved. I can make a Mega Lucarionite. Why? And I don't know what the difference is, to be honest. I mean, eventually we should be able... I don't have a black belt either. I could easily make one. Yeah, why not? Why not? Let's see what you look like. I was going to give him a focus sash. Oh, we need to unevolve you. Go back to normal. And what do you look like? Okay, that is awesome. Just for cool factor, I'm going to keep that. But I'm going to try to beat Cynthia one more time here. Is using a Mega Pokemon against a trainer that didn't have Megas in their generation, is that unfair? I don't know. But looks like it's going to go well up there in the top right because Spiritomb has already fainted. Yeah. Getting Spiritomb out of the way is a pretty huge advantage, and hopefully we can do the same thing with Lucario. Yeah, that's 2. Oh, this was a great idea. And who's next? Garchomp is next. Oh, I really hope we survive this. We definitely don't have the speed here. So... yeah, there's no way we survive that. Darn. Garchomp is weak to Torterra. And we resist, so let's try that out. Yeah. Hopefully, oh, Swords Dance? That's terrifying. And we don't even get halfway through. I should have used Leaf Storm. Mach Punch always goes first. Now there's a risk that I gotta do it. No way! Oh, I'm just gonna forfeit. I gotta retry that. Okay. I think we've got it this time. I have taught both Mawile and Empoleon some ice type moves, and that should help us deal with Garchomp. I hope. Third time's a charm. I think this was the third time. I hope this is only the third time. So we're gonna go like so. I kind of wish I would have given Mawile a... Oh, I could have taught it Trick Room. Oh, that would have been so smart. All right, if this doesn't work, I think I can teach Mawile Trick Room. Will you please leave me alone? Oh, I didn't take that free TM either. All right, these guys are annoying. It's so much harder to hit them with my speed. Oh, she sent out Lucario this time. I don't... Wait, didn't she do that last time? Yeah. Now, I think I'm going to go ahead and heal Mawile here. Oh, Melodic. We lose the speed battle. Tough to say. We're not weak to water. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go ahead and use Play Rough. Now, I don't have any stat boosts here. Yeah, I think we just lose Mawile here. I didn't think too much about Melodic being a problem. Let's go with you. And Melodic is burned. I'm gonna go Woodhammer. Oh, that's a problem. I can Phantom Force here, actually. That could be pretty good. And we don't take them out. I kind of hate that it shows me ahead of time whether or not I've taken them out. Then I'm gonna Phantom Force again. I figured that was what was gonna happen there. And they miss because we're hidden. This would be great if we can get her to use both of her items on Roserade. Ah, but that's not gonna happen. That's one more out of the way. All right, Garchomp is I think the only thing I'm scared of at the moment. And there it is. There is Garchomp. We're not going to win the speed battle here. We could potentially confuse Garchomp. We survived barely. Garchomp is confused. That's huge. Burn, maybe? Oh, this is great. And then I'm going to switch into Empoleon. Hopefully confusion becomes a problem again. Does not, but there's no way we're doing it. We're taking any damage. And Icy Wind. Earthquake is a huge problem. I've got to hope that confusion saves me here. It does not. Dang, this Garchomp is impossible to beat. Yeah, I mean, we can still always use our revive. So I'm going to go with a guarantee. Yikes. And we lose the burn. Oh, this Pokemon is the worst to play against. Go away, Garchomp. Sure, Thunderfang. Although I should have taken Giga Impact for Snorlax later. Did we lose Torterra here? No. We definitely lose the speed battle. I can hope that she goes for the burn, though, and try to get a Giga Drain. I probably should have brought an electric type to this fight. I think I'm gonna sacrifice Trevenant to pull off the... Actually, yeah, I'm gonna sacrifice Trevenant to pull off the revive. Real quick. In fact, I don't have to sacrifice Trevenant. I might be able to get a max HP off on him. And then hopefully, yeah, that was worth it. Then we can, because we have leftovers on Trevenant, bring back Mawile. Ooh, but we are frozen. And I'm going to go for a Woodhammer here. Nice. Revenant goes down as well. Mawile can come back out. Gastrodon. I forgot about you. Are you a problem, though? I don't know. Earthquake. We missed? Oh, it's a 90%. I can't remember if she's used both of her items or not. I think we go first, and we win! Oh, man, that was actually pretty difficult. Nice. Ooh, lag. And we got a badge box for that. My inventory is destroyed. Cynthia, it is with great pleasure that I evict you. I made a special spot in our backpack for the badge box, so hopefully we never lose it. Because I don't think you can get another one of those if you lose it. You might have to just beat her again, maybe? Badge box. Yeah, what are you meant to do if you lose this? Huh. I wonder, can I put Soulbound on my backpack? I'm gonna try that real quick. I can. That makes me feel so much better. Now we basically can't lose our backpack, right? It's just with us forever. I should keep... Oh, that's a great way to live. You may think that we are done with BDSP. We are, in fact, not done with BDSP. We have to do a rematch, and I think the rematch is with Cynthia. Please, no, not again. She won't raise your level cap. Instead, it will finish the series. Okay, let's... We have to find these guys in a biome, so let's find the last three, and why not claim my rewards here? Well, are they worth claiming? No, not really. We do have a seed reward. Ooh, what is that? Enderium seeds? Kind of amazing. That's actually a huge reward. What can I replace? I'm gonna have to make another one of these farms. For now, I'm just gonna replace a honey seed because I already know that I need to make a new one of these just for honey and skulk. I forget if you're the fire guy. If you are the fire guy, we might be in trouble. But I'm gonna try to do these last few guys back in the montage, and then we'll meet you back at Cynthia. in a cave, but we're back. And I am ready. No, well, I wasn't that ready. Hang on. Can we do this with Gyarados? No, I'm gonna forfeit and bring out Mawile first. I was looking at the episode timer, and I've already done one recording session, and that session was pretty long. And now this session has gone an hour and 30 minutes. I am beginning to regret. Nope, not you. I'm beginning to regret letting the episode go this long. And you know what? Just real quick, just in case everybody can level up, which they totally can. What is my level cap? It's 78. Get everybody up. I added Dragonite to the team. I think I missed one of the battles. I realized that I was paused at some point, but honestly, that's okay. I'm sure you've seen plenty of battles today. I think 14. Oh my gosh, I did it again. One sec. I kind of want to find a way to trap Cynthia. I don't know how, though. I wonder if I name tagged her, if that would stop her from despawning. We could definitely try it. I think our team is a lot better than it was before. The Garchomp is, again, the only thing that I'm really worried about. That thing is terrifying. And to be honest, I forgot how we dealt with it last time. Ooh, this doesn't take out Lucario right away. That is concerning. Oh, we missed. Oh, that's just super unlucky. And we lose Mawile. Oh, this could already be an uphill battle. I think I'm gonna outrage. This could be a really bad. Ooh, it doesn't take Lucario out. I think we lose Dragonite here. The miss on the attack there was rough. I should check if Mawile knows any new moves. You know what? My Lucario is better. It's not actually from the looks of it, but oh, you know what? I got rid of the move that one taps. I wonder if I shouldn't have gone for a special attacking Lucario. Probably not. I know that it's not meta, but Aura Sphere is such a iconic move in my mind. All right, here we are. I'm probably gonna lose Lucario here. So that makes me want to go with extreme speed because I've got priority 2. And that did like nothing. And then we can bring out the big guns. We are like completely immune, right? No. Yeah, Ice Fang. That doesn't take him out. Jeez. But we missed. Oh, it's 95%. I feel like if we lose this battle, it's just sheer unluck. Yeah, we missed twice. Oh, dude, I'm forfeiting. We gotta retry this. I quick threw this machine together. I need it to make something that has quickly become very important to me. So this is taking latex out of mangrove logs. I just place those in there manually, and then you take some water, toss it in there, and that makes dry rubber. This is actually a pretty good setup given how ugly it is. I could probably set this up to automate it because I know I'm going to need this a lot more later on. But for now, I only need 4 rubber. And that went into here. Now I'm going to take this and slap it around a gas tier. Hopefully I have a gas tier. I do, and that makes a mob imprisonment tool. Now, when we finally take Cynthia out, we can grab her and, wow, this sounds terrible. You know what? Well, it's like a trophy. Oh, that's worse. You know, right? All right, Cynthia, today is the day. I am done messing around. I've been playing this game for way too long now. Please let it be the end. Please. Make it evolve into play rough, and we don't miss this time. Mawile is in the ground. Kind of anticlimactic position to be in. Uh, uh, well, we're here. And unironically, having the mob imprisonment tools, please hit. Yes. Having the mob imprisonment tools is actually really good. If we are fighting a Pokemon that we really want and we're struggling to catch it, we can just use the mob imprisonment tool. Now, Milotic, how did I deal with you last time? I think I used Toxtricity. That is a problem. We don't lose Mawile here. That actually went really well. She's probably going to heal, though. Should we also heal? I'm going to go with no. Oh. We survived that. Oh, this is great news. I'm just going to let Mawile faint. We have a revive still. I mean, we can use 2 items still. And we resist with Infernape. So I'm just going to Flare Blitz and somehow not get the KO. Oh, I did. We still haven't dealt with... Yeah, this guy. This guy. Now... And try to use Infernape to get him his... Oh, gosh. That was devastating. I did put Empoleon back on the team. Now we've got 2 Pokemon that know ice moves. So we just have to survive a couple hits here. And hopefully not die. Now what I didn't take into account was... last time we beat him, we had him confused. And we don't know confusion anymore. We survive this, though, and we take it out. And, whoa, Togekiss. That is a new addition to the team. But we do... Oh, we have to use Outrage, though. I'm gonna say we knew Thunder Punch. I think we're okay. I think we're okay. Yeah, let's go with Ice Fang. I think we survived 2 hits. Frozen as well. She hasn't used any items, right? Oh, but... Oh, so close. And there we have it. We have finally beaten BDSP. And Cynthia, you're coming with us. I don't know if we can battle her in the future, but she'd be a great metric for testing out teams. Can I not? Oh, surely. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, whoa. Whoa, look at the map. Okay, I'm gonna just put you in a tool. And then I'm gonna go grab Trico. And there, is that a Grookey as well? Hang on, where's Trico at? Can't see it on the map. Trico is my all-time favorite starter. And I think he despawned. No, he's right. Is he up in the tree? Okay, episode's not over yet. Some crazy spawn chances have occurred. Forget Cynthia. It sucks that we can't put her in the mob imprisonment tool, though. I was hoping to take her with us as like a weird memory, but gosh, that does sound really horrible, doesn't it? It's a game. It's an AI. It doesn't count. Oh, Trico, you're gonna be really hard to catch without hurting. Is there anything I can do here? Oh, you know what I could have done is I could have grabbed a different Pokemon out of my bag, but now it's time for the game of throw Ultra Balls until it works. Nice. We got Trico. I am not going to capture this Toracat right now. I don't have the time. There was one other thing that I wanted to try before we ended the episode. Shame we couldn't bring Cynthia with us. But we can spawn her, I guess, technically. I never thought of that. But there was one other thing that I wanted to try now that we are level 78 and might be a little higher even. I check my card here. 79. Yeah, it won't make too big of a difference. Over the hill here, there is a thing that I want to try if I didn't run out of time. And it's a level 5 Charizard. We got 23 minutes. I'm wondering if we can do it. I kind of highly doubt it, but it's definitely worth a try. Ooh, unless we do a ton of damage here, there's no way. Yeah, I thought so. We'll probably have to be level 100 to even think about taking this on. There's no way. There's no way. What is happening? Do these guys just have a way higher spawn rate after I beat Cynthia? Is that what happened? Because now there's a Charmander here. And there's a Chimchar right next to him. Oh, this is insane. Oh, I didn't use a quick ball. Oh. Thankfully, we already have Chimchar, so I don't have to... Eevee's already damaged. Oh, no. Okay, let me get something better for damaging Charmander. I can just run, right? Right? Don't you run away from me. I wonder if there's not, like, some kind of worldwide rarity increase that they set up. No, not Infernape. Because I've never seen that many starters back to back. Wow, this Charmander is insanely strong. Ooh, and he's paralyzed. Nice. This Axew we found could have been really good against... Why are you paralyzed? Could have been really good against that Garchomp, but I didn't want to try. Come on. Okay, thank goodness. Thank goodness. Well, we don't need the Charizard, so that's something. All right, guys. 2, 3, 4 hours of recording later. Well, that's how much I have in files anyways. But finally, we've beaten the Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl campaign. The Sinnoh League is behind us, and we have much more to look forward to in many other leagues. So if you made it this far, I appreciate you watching. Thank you, and goodbye.